Pretty soon we're not going to have many other civilizations left on the map. Let's go ahead and just purchase Old God Obelisk, and maybe we can sell some stuff. They have no money. Canada still has money. Good. Let's take it. Gorgo has money, but she doesn't seem to want to buy anything from us. Well, she does want the oil. I'll take it. So we come here, grab the art museum as well, and in Methone, that's not necessary. Alexandria really needs a bit more production so that we can get their theater square filled out. Let's focus on that instead of the farms. Go ahead and grab the granary, sure, watermill, whatever. We still are making our way through the tech tree, mostly just for fun, something to do. Keep making a couple more builders. Sure, bank, medieval walls. Up to 861 tourism per turn. Yeah, keep trading with A Coruña. We're not likely to absorb that city anytime soon. So that is actually a pretty useful place for us to send our units. We don't have any spy in Sparta. How is that possible? I'm confused. I thought we did. Where is its... Ah, there it is. Okay. We do have one in Athens. We've got one in Ephesus. I think we have one in Pharsalos. So I guess Eritrea is the next candidate for spy. So yeah, let's send our cultists over towards Rhodes. There's the other one. Of course, you always want to start with gaining sources with your spies, as they die so easily. Okay, I get to settle both. Both? I mean, actually, at this point, do I really want to settle on the coast? No, I want to settle as close as I possibly can to their empires. So we'll settle one city here, one city here. Next turn. Oh, -5 loyalty per turn in the player's cities. Okay, I'm going to vote myself up twice for border control treaty, because that's always good enough. I don't really care about diplomatic victory points, but I'm going to pour all of the rest of my votes into trying to get Gorgo to lose 5 loyalty per turn in every single one of their cities for the rest of this resolution. Man, the turns are taking a long time now, and this is a small map. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. They all voted for me. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, that still works out for us because loyalty is not a problem for us, and we're just going to grow more quickly. That still works out in our favor, more or less. Okay. So, Shari Kumis just came over to us as well. Let's go ahead and get the Old God Obelisk in there. Flood barrier. Sure, that's going to be necessary at some point. Go ahead and get the stock exchange and iGuy. Okay, now it's time to do a little bit more renaming. These cities are no longer really within range of anything that we can flip. Barcelona as well. Okay, I think that's all the great work moving that needs to be done. Alright, let's put that city down. Hoorah. and buy an old god obelisk here. We can try to place a theater square here as well. Not sure if there is any way we can rush that. I mean, we could get more traders in here, I suppose, get more production, more food. Okay, we could put an entertainment complex into Bakhtri. I think that would be a good idea. And, I mean, it's too bad to have to crush a good production tile, but, you know, it's really not that important at this point in the game. Grab sanitation, we get another great writer, get a great general, that's funny. Go ahead and get a stadium in Bristol, and also in Madrid. No, we don't want a stadium right now in Madrid, we want more bread and circuses. And we should be able to get Valladolid very soon, Cordoba. Maybe we just make one more cultist over here. Actually, I've got quite a bit of faith saved up, so I should go ahead and use that. We really need to wrap this game up. I'm not sure how it is that the Persian cities here are holding on, but they are. We should probably... yeah, let's reassign Amani. I have no idea where she is at this point. And yeah, that's not helping us. I think she ought to be in Ray. That'll help us finish off the Persian cities. Valencia, if you had an entertainment complex, I would be running bread and circuses, but by the time that you get that completed, it probably will no longer be useful, so just make some buildings, whatever. We are still keeping all of our cities at least content. I think that's not bad considering we've got 39 cities and no city-states that help with amenities. Nothing like that. Do we have any place where we could potentially build a Stadio de Maracana? Could do it in Newcastle upon Tyne. And we have enough faith to easily purchase Gustav Eiffel. I think that would be a pretty good use, actually. So let's go ahead and plop the Estadio down. Let's go ahead and put down what is likely our final city. At least that we settle, anyway. Buy an old god obelisk here as well. And we still do need to push towards flipping Canadian cities. So we are going to put a theater square here too. And that means that, likewise, we should buy a trader. London, it's kind of funny how irrelevant my capital is at this point. I think making a water park is probably not a bad idea. Let's see. Yeah, our best tile for a water park is over here. That'll hit like 5 cities. We can get to work on the zoo. It's really hard to keep track of what kind of development plans I've got in the works around my empire at this point. It's just too many cities. So, I think at this kind of point in the game where, you know, clearly I have one. We're just waiting for it to become official. Don't think too hard about a lot of the micromanagement. Unless you're trying to just completely optimize everything that you're doing. Which I understand, if that's appealing to a person, it's appealing to a person. That's fine. 2 turns on Valladolid, 11 turns on Cordoba. And we're going to try to get Cordoba a little bit more quickly. Now it's down to 7 turns. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, there goes Alexander's final city. Kalkidiki? Kalkidiki? Alright, I think that, yeah, that's the first civ completely knocked out. We are not going to try to put any pressure onto A Coruña whatsoever. Be nice to have somebody to trade with. There are still a couple city-states, but, you know, I would actually have to get suzerainty with them again. We're not going to think about this city. There's another great artist. As if we don't have enough art already in our empire. Maybe just 1 bread and circuses for the time being, and then we'll check back in with them in a bit. We finished Theater Square in Mazaka, so that definitely means we need to move some stuff over to there. And take one out of here. Like to spread things around just a little bit. I think we did just get another great artist anyway, so we can fill these slots pretty quickly. It also would be nice to get some sort of great work into Shari Kunis. How about we do a great work of music there? The Royal Navy Dockyard, normally great idea, but instead we are going to focus on the bread and circuses. I wish I didn't have to put it on a hill tile so that we could actually get a little more production out of the city right now. I think instead we just buy another trader and send it to whichever city gives us the most production. Yeah. You get a few more farms here. Sure. Alright, how many turns are you going to take off? Well, about a third. So, yeah, we should be able to get that completed. Hooray! That'll give us a bunch of amenities. Yeah, Rhodes is coming in 2 turns. It says 17 turns for Mikine, so I do think it's worth using a cultist over here. Cordoba, 7 turns. Let's... What? How did that... What? It said 7, now it says 9. That doesn't make sense. Strange things. Yep, there's Valladolid. Cool. So now Cordoba should fall very, very soon. We're going to go ahead and use up Cultist. Weirdly, it went from 5 to 6 turns again. Not sure what that's about. Maybe that's a known bug. Maybe not. Toledo now is going to fall to us as well. I don't think we need to hurry that up. Cordoba will be enough to push it over anyway. And Spain is pretty much out of the game. What I really want to see happen is some actual meaningful progress against Canada. So to that end, I think sure would be nice if we had better places to put entertainment complexes around here. Victoria will be able to get an entertainment complex pretty soon. Let's go ahead and buy a builder there. Another great writer. Yeah. We'll get 1 cultist in Mazaka, another in Sharikumis. They can each shave some turns off of 2 more Persian cities. And I think by the time that we have those 2 cities under our control, same deal. Everything is pretty much game over for Persia. And we can just focus really on Sparta. Yeah. Once we can just focus on Sparta, it'll be a lot easier to deal with the necessary management to achieve our goals. Although, who knows? Maybe... Nah, the culture victory is so far off. Okay, that is our first Spartan city. We do need to put somebody in here. I think Magnus would be fine, honestly. Yep. So we'll put him over there. He's not really doing anything in the capital anymore. And we also do have a promotion, so now we've got contractor. If we actually accrue a lot more gold, we will be able to purchase theater squares or entertainment complexes right off the bat if necessary. And it might be, the way this game is going, it's kind of a long slog towards the end, but I kind of expected that. I think we probably are going to go for digital democracy. Yeah, that'll give us a bunch of amenities as well. Down to 18 turns on Hagmatana. That's a pretty decent result. Do we have anywhere to send this? Yeah, let's put a great work of art into Blackburn. You can go ahead and gain sources, sure. What do you want to do? We could try to steal a big chunk of gold, and that is what we will do. Alright, 3 turns left on Estadio de Maracana. Great. Not sure why we haven't really been able to break these cities. I guess we really actually need to put another city over here. Might help just a little bit. There is a Spanish city here too, I suppose. Cordoba at least is coming over to us very soon. Let's come into here and yeah, let's just go ahead and buy a settler in Las Palmas and we can send it over to here. Just a little bit more pressure. Halifax is falling. Okay. So we can push that with some cultists as well, and maybe that'll finally break down Canada a bit. I mean, Toronto is a really big city, but we've taken over plenty of other big cities, so I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to snatch them up pretty soon too. Okay, 14 turns on Susa. That's much more doable. 17 turns on Hagmatana. Use the cultist again. Now it says 8 turns. It's actually going to happen. Okay, do we have a good place for you? Yes, in Rhodes. Okay, 5 turns left on Hagmatana. That's great. 11 turns left on Susa. Good enough. There's Cordoba. Toledo is falling as well. Here's Estadio de Maracana. That's fantastic. So now we... Oh, and we also got to our Tier 4 government. Let's just actually wait on that. We should... It doesn't matter what we build, but we should build something. So let's build a National History Museum. And I should have planned that earlier. But once that's built, then we can switch from democracy to digital democracy. We also got a COD. Not just Cordoba. Okay, so after thinking just a little bit more about this, I think the cultural victory is not the way that this game is going to end, most likely. It's going to take forever to acquire 432 visiting tourists, given how few civilizations we have left to actually get tourism from. Instead, I think the most realistic ending for this playthrough is going to be a domination victory, but peaceful domination. What that means is that we have to take out Ottawa through loyalty flipping. It might not take too long, but we do need to push things a bit. We got a couple different places where we should be putting entertainment complexes to run the bread and circuses projects. I think actually right here in Victoria is probably a pretty good choice. Do they have anything we can chop to get it out more quickly? Well, we got one forest over here. So we should probably get a builder in this direction. In fact, we've got one here right now. Let's go ahead and chop it. It takes a few turns off. St. John is still a little small. What are you working on? A bank? Yeah, we don't need the bank. We need more entertainment complexes, more bread and circuses. Let's throw that down. It doesn't look like there are any chops here. It's going to be slow going. In fact, it might not end up getting finished. This could be a good option for moving Reina over here, so we can try to remember in 5 turns to come back here and just purchase the entertainment complex. Can you do that after you've already placed it? I don't know. We'll see. And then we have Passagarde in Persia. That should be pretty easy to acquire. The loyalty is already going down. We can throw a cultist or 2 at it to speed that up, but we don't need to worry about it. Persia is pretty much on its way out. Now, over here against Sparta, the capital is pretty close. We don't need to flip many cities to flip Sparta, but we do still need some help getting it done. I think in Alexandria by the Latimus, we could also get a entertainment complex around here. It's probably not going to help much with Sparta, but it could help with Mycenae, which we're kind of struggling to flip at the moment. Let's see, where is Amani? Amani is right over here on the front line. We'll leave her here for just a few more turns to ensure Passagarde really does flip to us. Let's see. Their loyalty is falling by 4 points per turn, so that's pretty decent. But we can still accelerate things a little. Okay, in Alexandria, we should absolutely buy the amphitheater and the art museum, and we will move some works in to speed things along. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So we'll move these out of Nottingham. Wonder if I can actually buy any more great works of writing at this point. Nah. They're probably not willing to sell me anything anymore at this point because I'm clearly the civ most likely to gain victory. We'll still use this against Mycenae. Yeah, I think we can flip it pretty soon. Okay, so let's get our friendships reestablished here. Oh no, Sparta won't do it. They might go to war with us. Uh-oh, that's not good. And no friendship with Spain. No friendship with Canada. No friendship with Persia. Well, we're going to see what happens, I guess. Just took another Spanish city, Murcia. Didn't even know it was there. I mean, we knew that there was a city there, but we had not uncovered it. We do still have pretty good relationships with every civ here, except kind of Sparta. So maybe we don't need to worry about them going to war with us after all. I don't know. We'll see. Well, okay. Maybe they will all suggest being friends again. Sparta 2? Looks like not Sparta. Oh, okay. Halifax is coming down. Oh, I think we do need to speed that along. Let's send a cultist over there. We do not need this trader in London. We need to beef up the cities on the borders of everything. Maybe into Blackburn or St. John, honestly, or Stoke-upon-Trent. Do we not have traders in these cities already? Kind of looks like we don't. Well, we've got some trade route capacity. A little bit. Ah, that's right. This isn't going to do a lot, but it's better than nothing. Add a teeny bit more pressure onto Canada. Alright, there's Mycenae. And it does not have a theater square. So we'll probably put one down right here. If the game remembers. Yeah. So of course, we're going to keep that city. Says that we are going to have a rebellion. That, of course, is not true. Let's put Liang in over here. She'll keep the loyalty just fine. Now, Olympia's loyalty is rising 18 points per turn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, flipping these cities is going to be extremely difficult without putting theater squares on the front line. So that really needs to be a top priority. Okay, Alexandria could help out a little bit more by putting an entertainment complex near Greece. Still, it's going to take some time. Is there anything we can do to improve production in here? A little bit. Need some more builders, though. I don't even want to know how many builders I've made in this entire game. Too many. Yeah, I'd really like our spies to actually succeed at some things and level up a bit, but that hasn't been the way things are working out for us, unfortunately, so far. 11 turns on Halifax. So 7 turns on Passagarde. 3 turns Hagmatana and Susa. Did our Estadio de Maracana ever get finished? Yeah. Man, still mostly content cities. It's tough. It's tough with this many cities in your empire. Trying to have them all be happy all the time. It's not easy to do. Okay, so let's see what happens if we use a cultist over here. It says it'll be back to full loyalty in 1 turn. So we probably shouldn't bother using any more cultists for a while until we do get more pressure over here. Can almost make another district in Rhodes. Mycenae really needs help. Let's buy a trader. Eight turns on Halifax. Alright, that's Hagmatana, and another Spanish city, Toledo. I think Toledo's maybe a little too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Toledo's out of range of anything that we care about. 2 turns on Passagarde. Okay, I think we can take Amani out and reposition her over towards Greece. That will certainly help. Greece, I think, is going to take the most work, but then again, what are we looking at for loyalty here? It's not that high in Vancouver. How about Hamilton? It's actually falling in Hamilton finally, so we should get a cultist over here. If we get Hamilton and Halifax soon, that'll be pretty much game over for Canada. Hagmatani, you can just relax. You're not really an important city, and I think our conquest, our peaceful conquest of Persia can be considered essentially completed. We should probably swap Amani into Mykenae. I think that makes the most sense. Roads, you need to get this theater down, this theater square down ASAP. Finally big enough. 6 turns is not bad. And where did we put Reyna? Was it over here? Brantford, right? Yeah. So, yeah, we can purchase the entertainment complex outright. And now this city can just keep pumping out. Oh, we could even get a theater square in here too. Beautiful. All right, let's do that and purchase it as well. Wait, nope. Come on. I want to purchase it. There we go. And then purchase the amphitheater, purchase the art museum, and just do bread and circuses. It's not going to hit too many cities, but I think it will affect Toronto and Charlottetown in addition to Halifax. We're going to be able to move a lot of things away from the Persian Peninsula pretty soon, so we'll keep that in mind for the time being. And I do believe we want to put this trader into Mykenae. More production into Mykenae. Do want Halifax to flip as quickly as we can. Down to 3 turns, that's great. Alright, we got Susa of Persia, so Passagarde should be ours in the next turn. Still says full loyalty. Down to 13 points per turn there. 20 here. 31 here. Argos, 18. Gosh. But we've got a couple theater districts on their way. That's going to make a big difference. Yeah, 2 turns until Halifax flips, which is perfect. And it looks like the loyalty pressure against Hamilton is increasing as well. We are not going to use this cultist here. It's a waste. I suspect Charlottetown is probably going to be the next town to flip to us from Canada. Still think going for gold makes more sense. Okay, we actually have gotten some decent gold from stealing from Greece. That's great. Passagarde is ours. We no longer have to think about Persia. So let's in fact get everything out of Persia in terms of great works. London, you did finish the building in the government plaza. Okay, that's great. We should switch over to digital democracy now. Let's go ahead and get that over with. All right, one more Diplo card. Probably colonial offices. I think, food. Food is good. Democratic legacy. More gold. More amenities. A little more tourism, I suppose. No, public works. Okay, Mykenae. Could get an entertainment complex in here. It's probably a good choice. We can place it relatively close to Eritrea. It would be nice to be able to chop that out, though. So let's go ahead and purchase a builder here. We have plenty of extra cash on hand. That builder will come over here after that. Yeah, then we can chop it out. Let's go ahead and purchase a amphitheater and art museum here. We could move Reyna around. Why don't we do that? Let's move Reyna from Brantford into maybe Methone. Maybe we just buy the entertainment complex. If we do this. Okay, yep. Charlottetown's on its way. Let's go ahead and encourage that by getting another cultist in Stoke-upon-Trent. Olympia is still the most likely place. Wonder if we just blitz it with cultists, if it might get a little bit confused and allow us to flip things over. I'm not sure. Alright, Halifax is ours. And Toronto's loyalty is dropping. Ooh, that's very exciting. Once we've taken Toronto, that's the biggest city in Canada. We shouldn't have any trouble taking over the others. Hamilton is getting loyal again. That's not wonderful. Alright, Halifax is ours. With that, the conquest of Canada truly gets underway. London. I've kind of been ignoring you, haven't I? Here. Have an aquarium and an aquatic center. Boom. How about that? You're ecstatic. And we don't have any content cities anymore. That is fabulous. Okay, we'll create a zoo in Mazaka. Sure. Okay, we can throw another great work into Halifax. That's fantastic as well. Our cultists are not going to go for Charlottetown. They're going to go for Toronto. We want that to flip quickly, quickly, quickly. In fact, I think I'll send this cultist over in that direction too. And this one. Oh gosh, these turns take so long to flip over. I've been playing for an hour and I've only gotten through 10 turns, mostly just waiting for the AI's portion of each turn to pass. If anyone has any tips on how to get that down, that would be lovely. I gotta remember, getting the populations up on these cities is still very important. So, in fact, let's go ahead and get another trader in Rhodes. Alright, yeah. Toronto, 12 turns. It's happening. Right, we are going to chop these woods, get a 6-turn entertainment complex that will hopefully be more like 4 turns. In fact, any production that we can steal away from other people. I think Mikane is using that production to make a theater square, so it'd be a bad idea to take that away. Let's go ahead and trade with Hunza. Okay, so Amani is in place now, but you can see they've got governors in every city near the border, so we're kind of just hoping that they maybe make a mistake and move a governor away for one reason or another. 12.6 in positive loyalty in Olympia, 20 in Eritrea, 31 in Sparta, and 15 in Argos. That, I think, has decreased a little bit. Yep, I'm going to use the cultists. Down to 8 turns. 7 turns for Toronto. Only 8.7 points per turn now. Okay, it says 6 turns. We're going to use 3 charges of our cultists. Now it's down to 2 turns. Alright. Okay, so we got Olympia down to 2.7 points of loyalty per turn. 12 in Eritrea, 8 in Argos. So actually, I think we're making pretty good progress against Olympia. And when we finish this theater square in Mikane in 2 turns, we should totally be able to turn the tide against that city, at the very least. Okay, Vancouver, you've still got a little bit of time. Toronto does not. We can throw one use of a cultist in here. Alright, we got Toronto. Excellent. That's important. We also got Charlottetown in the same turn. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, that already means Stoke-upon-Trent, you are no longer in useful range. Hoorah. Blackburn as well. And Brantford as well. All right. Halifax, yes. Charlottetown, yes. Toronto, yes. St. John, yes. Vancouver's now flipping in 5 turns. Hamilton in 19 turns. So maybe, let's see, Montreal 60 turns. Let's get that down a little bit more quickly. All right, Toronto, you do have a theater square. Cool. I don't think we need to worry about any more entertainment complexes around Canada. This is pretty much an open and shut case. We are going to be taking 3 of their cities within the next few turns, and that'll be plenty of pressure for flipping Ottawa, and we will be finished with them. But we do need to move works of art in, probably. Let's take a look. Might already have its own. Nope. Okay. So we'll put in 2 great works of writing there, and does it have an archaeological museum or an art museum? Looks like it has an art museum and already has a couple of works of art in it. Cool. If Rhodes was size 10, we would probably consider putting an entertainment complex into there, but it's not, so we won't. Okay, one more turn, then Mikene has its theater square. Nothing else that we can do in Rhodes for the time being. Just need more population, really. Maybe we go ahead and give it another trader. Mikene is already plenty big, so I don't think another trader is going to help that much, but well, we can buy them, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and buy yet another in Rhodes. Cultists are going to wait until they're actually capable of doing something. We will go ahead and buy a couple of more of them. Might as well. And you should get an upgrade. These are not too important for us. I guess we'll take Linguist just in case I do end up using it for any other missions. Okay, Liverpool does not need to grow. That's not important. Honestly, I don't think that we really need to worry about any of these cities at this point. Let's just focus entirely on Gorgo and Sparta. So with that in mind, I suppose it couldn't hurt to put another trader into Mikene. Yay, more gold. And another great artist. That is useful. Okay, ooh. Coast is flooding pretty quickly. Oh my goodness. Is this just from me making railroads? That's scary. Well, the game's not going to last much longer. It's not a big deal, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it technically can reach Alexandria. Over to Olympia with the bread and circuses. And Mikene should have its theater square completed. Let's go ahead and purchase the amphitheater and the art museum as usual. And that means we got some more shuffling around to do. There we go. One more. And then the great works of art should move from Brantford over to Mikene. And I think we have some other great works of art that are in random old god obelisks. We have enough gold, we might as well just go ahead and purchase the broadcast center as well. And find a great work of music somewhere. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, so if we take a look at the loyalty pressure in Olympia now, this turn it says 2 points per turn. I think next turn that will be different. We don't have Reina in here, unfortunately. It's Amani. So we can't purchase the entertainment complex, but we might as well build it. It might still be used before the end of the game. It's possible. Not sure how long this is going to take, to be quite honest. Okay, we're definitely prioritizing food with all of our trade routes. Do we not have More envoys. We do not have more envoys. Could we pick up some envoys anywhere from texts that we have not finished? Not very many. Yep, just the one. Okay, well that's kind of pointless then. Unfortunately. Although we're about to get 4 more envoy points in the next turn, so maybe we should hold off with the trade routes until next turn, because we'll get more food out of those if we send them to city-states that we are suzerain of. Oh, let's see. Now it says 12 turns until Olympia is ours. Okay, let's go ahead and smash it with a bunch of cultists right away. 7 turns. 5 turns. Great. Making progress. Might as well get a couple more cultists. Okay, you got another level up. I guess we could take Foment Unrest. That actually would be very handy. And yeah, you have just the 1 level up. That's not that amazing. Let's try to steal gold one more time. Maybe get another level up after that, and then it can actually be a bit useful. Okay, Montreal. Down to 12 turns. 4 turns, Vancouver. 13 turns in Hamilton. Would love to see that speed up a bit, but there's only so much we can do. Okay, my troops are merely passing by. What military do I have near Sparta? They're not counting the cultists. I've never seen that happen before. I don't know. Can try to save the world a little bit, do some carbon recapture projects. Feel a little bit bad about drowning the world. Lots of coastal tiles being lost. I mean, we are just rocketing through climate change. And it's all because of making railroads. Honestly, I didn't realize railroads had this big of an impact on the climate. I've only made 1 coal power plant. I guess it is possible that maybe I've taken over some other cities that have power plants as well. There is a completed industrial zone here. Yeah, okay. So that's an issue, I guess. We could convert. Sure, let's convert to nuclear power. I don't know if I've ever actually even done that in a game. Should we try to make the Colossus on turn 235? Yeah, why not? Okay, I would like to take over Hunza again. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. And we could take Kagwana or Nazca. Can't take Cardiff. Not yet, anyway. Okay, yeah, that's gives us a few suzerainties to work with. We come back over here, and now... Wait, that's still... What? How are they not better? Suzerain city, +4 food, +4 production for both cities. That doesn't make sense. That can't be right. Okay, well, I'm not going to wait around to figure it out. I just want some extra food in these places right now. So, we'll just send in domestic routes. Hey, that one works just fine. What? Okay, I am absolutely lost. We're not going to worry about it. All right, so, yeah, the cultists don't get a notification about being units... you know, that I've said are merely passing by. I have no idea what Sparta is talking about. We don't have any military units around here at all. Spain does. But I don't. Strange. Oh, she's really upset, though. We culture bombed one of their cities. I mean, are they just talking about us taking away their cities? Maybe. Looks like Olympia is going to fall in just a few turns. I do still want to speed that up. I want this game to be finished. Now it says 1 turn. That sounds much better. Got more cultists on the way. And we will send one more in this direction. After that, I might send a couple more over to Canada. There we go. Right, now it says 11 turns on Montreal. We use up these cultists. 8 turns. 2 turns on Vancouver. And Hamilton says 10 turns, but once Vancouver flips, that will change. In Pharsalos, we have a 90% chance of reducing loyalty in the city by 30. Might as well. Sounds pretty good. This military engineer, you get sent to some random city working on flood barriers. How about Passagarde? Sure. It is a capital. Should preserve that history. Couple extra ski resorts, just for funsies. You can't do anything here because of the flooding. Interestingly enough, looks like Persia really is going to hold on to this final city. Yeah, good for them. Should we be allies? We could even do a cultural alliance so I cannot flip that city. Yeah, let's do that. And then we get a new good trade partner. Alright, we got Olympia. Awesome. That is a big deal. There's no theater square in Olympia, and it is a bit of a small city. At this point, I almost think it doesn't matter where we put Amani. She's already quite close to Sparta. So we do need to shift some governor into Olympia. Magnus it is. Or we could appoint somebody new just for fun. How about we do that? Let's bring out Victor. Welcome to the team, Victor. And if we could get another trader in here, not right now. Well, we might be able to make it grow and force another theater square into this place. But hopefully we're just about done. Let's see. What's the loyalty looking like on Sparta? Rising 15 points a turn. Of course it is. Well, we are flipping Argos. Ooh, that's good. It says 14 turns. I bet we can bring that down lower. We flip Argos, then something else will flip, most likely. Eritrea, rising only 2.5 points per turn. Okay, what can we do to speed that up? Cultists and spies, probably. Oh, Methone. We can do, yeah, bread and circuses. That might be enough, actually, to tip the balance in our favor against Eritrea. That would be great. I guess we must have just gotten Alhambra because now we have a second military policy slot. And I don't think any of these are too meaningful. We can always just put in Leve Amas for a little bit of extra gold saving. Sure. That 1,255 gold per turn. Yeah, we're not upgrading any units. We're not doing anything with military units. So, yeah, I suppose that is the most sensible thing to do. This great artist. Oh, yeah, we got... What is that? Is that the Hermitage? Yeah. Cool. Let's put in a couple of great works over here. For sure. For sure. And bring this cultist down a bit. You can't quite reach. There's no point in wasting our cultists on Sparta for now. Unfortunately. Do we have a spy in Sparta? It looks like we don't. So this one, I think, ought to be moved over to Sparta or something like that. Okay. We just took over Vancouver, so that's great. That puts a ton of extra pressure on Hamilton, 3 turns, Montreal, 2 turns. So once, and Calgary in 4 turns, yeah, things are going well here. Probably Ottawa will be ours in fewer than 10 turns, I think it's safe to say. Does Vancouver need some great works? It's already got writing. It does not have works of art, however, so we can slip a few in there. Also has a broadcast center, but I guess we don't... Well, we do have one great work of music that can be moved. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and put that into Vancouver as well. We could put something into the old god obelisk over here, also in Olympia, so we should do that. And we could take some relics just in case they are also helping us. I haven't done the research. I refuse to do the research, but maybe somebody can point it out in the comments. We'll go ahead and pop those into the temples of cities that can actually hold them. Sparta's still holding on. Argos should fall pretty soon. So that's cool. Greece kind of blocking the way over here. Understandable, though. Now it's down to 6 turns. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and keep the pressure on and get another cultist in Olympia. And yeah, this cultist should also come down in this direction, of course. Yeah, we need a better spy in here. Let's have them go to Delphi and just get out of the way, basically. Now, this spy is pretty solid. 90% chance of fomenting unrest. So we're going to send Robin to Sparta. And that's all that they will do from here on out, just foment unrest. Okay, another turn. Another day. Argos will flip in not 4 turns, no. 3 turns, perhaps. Maybe we can get that down to 2. Okay. Okay, that's good. And we'll soon be seeing negative loyalty in Eritrea. Cool. Alright, there's robotics. Cool. If for some reason I'm not able to take over Sparta quickly enough and they scoot along with the tech victory, the science victory a little bit more quickly, we can just get a couple giant death robots. Sure. I definitely have enough gold to buy them. And there we have it. Alright, Eritrea in negative loyalty. So we're going to take advantage of that and throw as many cultists at it as we can. That's a 17 pop city right next to Sparta. If we can flip that, when it's got a governor inside of it, it's got a governor. We flip that one, it's game over pretty much. Sparta is not going to be able to resist. 2 turns on Argos. Let's go ahead and send all of our other cultists back up to Eritrea. Let's forget about Argos. That's done. Oh, it's my turn? It's my turn? I get to play again? Alright. Stole a little bit of gold. Stole Montreal. Stole Hamilton. That means Ottawa is down to 21 turns until we bust it. So I guess we do still need to throw a couple of cultists at it just to make sure that this scoots along even more quickly. Okay, the pressure is picking up. Here comes one cultist. Here comes another cultist. Eritrea says it'll flip in 48 turns. I'm sure we can get that down even more. Now it says 39 turns. Yeah, they're not getting away from us. Nuclear fusion, future civic. This was, what, the World's Fair. I generated 13,000 plus Gray People points. That's too many. That's too many. We got Calgary. Hoorah. I guess we got something else. Argos. Cool. We'll go check that out in a moment. So Ottawa now is the final Canadian city. Fittingly enough, it is the capital. And we have got it down to 9 turns until it flips over to us. So we'll probably get that down to about 5 or so. Argos, right over here, that precipitates the fall of Sparta. Ephesus will flip to us, and so will Corinth if we take the time to make that happen. We don't care. We want to kill off Eritrea. Well, acquire Eritrea. Oh, that was a mistake. All right, come up here. And come up here. Okay, Eritrea says it'll flip over in 5 turns. I bet we can get it to flip over in 2. Probably. Maybe. Got a lot of cultists here. And once that's done, I think Sparta will fall right after. We get another great scientist, another great writer, and another great musician. And a great general. 4 great people in one turn. Oh boy. Alright, yeah, we can send a trade route to Caguana, somehow still staying stable in terms of loyalty, despite all the pressure that is surrounding it from my empire. Pretty cool. And another great musician should be sent to Argos for sure. Yeah, we can throw another great work of writing into the obelisk of Argos. And I think it may have an art museum. No. Did they build an archaeological museum there? No? I could also just be missing it. There's so many cities. What's going on over here? Yeah, it's completed. They went with an archaeological museum. Okay, no wonder. That's fine. Definitely archaeological museums are inferior to art museums for Eleanor of Aquitaine. And that's the first time I think I've ever felt that way about art museums. I almost never build them. I almost always prefer archaeological museums for all kinds of reasons, but with this sort of deployment of art as a as conquest, it really helps quite a bit to have them be pieces of art that you're welcome to move around freely. And the archaeological artifacts can't be moved very easily. Okay, let's see what really matters. 3 turns for Eritrea. That's okay. I want it to be faster. 0 turns. Okay. Well, I don't think that actually works, but it's okay. So let's get a couple more cultists in line around Sparta to be ready to be used very swiftly. I think we might want to send another one from Montreal as well. I don't have quite enough faith. That's all right. Montreal's down to, or not Montreal, Ottawa, down to 9 turns. Not bad. We're going to leave the cultist right here, and actually we're probably going to try to take up space a little bit so that we can get a ring of cultists, or as near as possible, around Sparta for the time when it finally goes into negative loyalty. You can come down here. And that blocks a great writer, but that's okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So we hit climate change phase 1 on turn 225, then phase 2 on turn 232, but then phase 3 turn 234, so just 2 turns later, phase 4 turn 235, 1 turn later. Oh my goodness. Guess you really got to actually be careful with railroads. Good to know. I mean, I am making kind of a silly amount of railroads here. That is really just to keep myself occupied, or it was, but I don't want to lose all this land if not necessary. Whatever, Spain, you still love me. Even Canada, they just can't help themselves. They still like me so much, even though they're down to just their last city. Oh. Hey, there's the Colossus. How about that? Turn 243, we finished the Colossus. That's incredible. That's got to be the latest Colossus I've ever built, and frankly, I think that the latest that I've ever seen. We just got Eritrea, of course. That's what we got. Yep. And Sparta is coming down. All right, all right, all right. Let's make it happen. Let's go, let's go. Got a couple of cultists around it already. It says 8 turns. Sweet release coming in. Oh, got another cultist that can go ahead and hit it already. 7 turns. And what are we looking at with Ottawa? Supposedly 8. I think it'll be less. I guess we'll go back and forth with more cultists in each direction to speed things along a little bit. 6 turns to go now. So this could be done by turn 250, which I suppose is not too bad, all in all. I try to win before that, usually. If I had to guess. Ooh, bread and circuses. Hooray. Do we also have more great works to put into Eritrea? Yeah, we could put something into the broadcast center, and I think at this point, Methone is probably not contributing, so let's go ahead and take theirs out. Put it in there. Eritrea's got an art museum. Excellent. We'll shift them out of Methone. That works for me. Amphitheater is not full, so let's fix that as well. Sparta might be dunzos. Maybe like 5 turns. Maybe better. And we got another great artist. Hoorah. And I guess that got us the Big Ben, so we have to slot something into our economic policy cards. How about sports media for a little bit of extra amenities? And still, never could get this empire up to fully ecstatic, but not bad, honestly. 38 ecstatic cities, 22 happy, 3 content. That's 63 cities. It could be done. It could be done, but it's just not necessary. I figure we might as well throw Robin at another iteration of fomenting unrest just in case. Currently at 7 turns with Sparta. Want to see that go down, down, down. And for anyone who really, really, really wants to see all of Sparta's cities fall, I'm sorry, I just don't have it in me. The turns are taking way too long to roll over at this point. So I'm just going straight for the capital. That's been the plan for the last couple hours. Sparta's at 2 turns. Let's get that down to 0. Says 1 turn. Okay, I guess that's going to have to be good enough. All right, so we can ignore Sparta and just focus on Ottawa. That's our last one. Let's get this cultist on the way. Go ahead and use that up. 4 turns. Probably don't need another cultist, but I'll get one anyway. Canada's just about to complete its spaceport right before its final city flips over to me. So sorry, Canada. We have taken over Sparta, finally. Which we'd be able to recognize if the turn would actually... There we go. Finally. Finally. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Yes. Keeping Sparta. Absolutely. Boom. That is another civilization conquered peacefully. And the last one is Canada. And we are not going to do anything else this turn. It's not important because we're getting Ottawa and the next turn shift enter. Yes, please. All right, now I can just walk away for 5 minutes. Oh, nope, that's good enough. I will take it.
Though its face may change throughout the ages.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
History is written from the hand of the victor.
This was a long playthrough. Not gonna lie, I think I've been recording for a total of almost 8 hours at this point. That's a really long time. And it was really taking 5+ minutes to move from one turn to the next for the last couple hours. All right, cities captured. Technically, we didn't capture any. We converted them over to us. We didn't even build the most cities. Sparta, it looks like, managed to make 1 or 2 more than we did. Great people earned. Sparta got more, but we bought most of her great works off of her, at least for quite a long time. Combat, almost none, especially compared to all the other civs. Districts constructed, we did make a lot of districts, of course. And culture per turn, yeah, skyrocket. You can see Sparta falling from its peak as we start to chip away at its cities. Player era score, blah, blah, blah. Faith. All of a sudden got a lot of faith because we took over all the cities in the world. Our gold, just out in orbit. Yeah, science as well. Cities destroyed? None. No cities got destroyed in this game. Of course, very important. Religions founded. Wars declared? Not very many. This is a very peaceful continent overall, actually. Funny enough. Anywho, so here's the deal. It was a fun mechanic. This was my first time playing as Eleanor of Aquitaine. Seeing the Court of Love in action definitely was appealing. If it just weren't for the late game's turns being so long at that point, I think this would have been a bit more enjoyable. It does really require you to think about the game a bit differently. The strategy is, in terms of the districts that you build and the order you build them, probably you should really just start out with your gold generation and then move into theater squares. It's not really important to get great works of writing, especially early on. You're not going to flip very many cities probably until, I mean, you might get a couple in the medieval era, but the Renaissance era is really where it kicks in, especially once you've researched humanism and get your art museums, and you just buy all the great works. And that works. It's very effective, and it's fun, it's peaceful, and I'm glad it's over. All right, we're going to stop the video here. Thank you all for watching. This is The Long Lost Gamer, signing out.